Hi, this is part of a series of videos I made about this Land Cruiser 60 series, and in this video I'm going to show how we restored it back to its stock condition. So this is an 89 Land Cruiser HJ61 which came with the inline 6-cylinder turbo diesel engine called the 12HT. This H61 was the last version of the 60 series and had all the refinements from Toyota. It offered pretty much everything that was known as full option back then, like power windows, sunroof, and came with the automatic transmission. We purchased this vehicle in 2016 with about 170,000 kilometers and was pretty much in stock condition. And here we go. Here we are cranking it up for the first time after receiving it, and immediately we could tell that the engine was in great shape, not giving off any smoke other than what it should have for a diesel engine. Oil pressure was good, temperature was good. Lifting the car, we could see that the undercarriage was pretty clean for its age. No sign of abuse or damage to the chassis or to the body. And most importantly, all the stock fittings were in their original position, which meant that this vehicle had not been messed around with. So before opening it up, we drove it for a few weeks to get a feel of what needs to be fixed and replaced, and just generally see how the car is driving. Most of the electronics were in good shape, barring a few switches and relays which needed replacement. The power steering was good, quite soft, no noises coming out of the pump. I don't know if you can tell in this video, but the cabin was pretty quiet, no rattles or squeaks, so that meant the original weather stripping was holding up pretty well. Air conditioning worked fine, just needed to put in some gas, that's about it. Now when it came to things like the suspension, it was pretty much what we expected. It was totally gone, which meant we had to replace everything, shocks, bushes, change any springs that were broken. The ride was quite soft and all over the place, so we knew everything had to be replaced in the suspension. The steering had a lot more play than we had anticipated, so yeah, we had to make sure we replaced all the bushes and the ends. The bad news was that the automatic transmission was gone and had major shifting issues, especially when it warmed up. Our options were either to replace it with a good used one, the A440F, or we swap it with the H55 manual transmission for this vehicle. We really looked around to find a good automatic transmission as a replacement, but unfortunately we were unable to source one which was reliable. So instead of the A440F automatic, we had to go with the H55 manual transmission. The good thing with the H55 is that it pops straight into the 60 series with practically no modifications, as it was offered standard with this vehicle by Toyota. So all the OEM parts, fittings were available to finish the job properly. So again, one of the reasons for selecting this particular vehicle was it was in very clean condition, and that showed when we stripped it down for the bodywork. It had no rust and did not require too much repair work. We wanted to restore it back to its stock condition, but also wanted to make it look more modern and less dated, which meant the two-tone color code and the stripes had to go. The parts, so anything and everything that was gone was replaced with OEM parts. Engine, suspension, steering, electrical components, cooling systems, exterior trimmings, everything. And that's what we tell all our customers, to never compromise on parts. Go with OEM or better, otherwise you'll never get that compact, reliable feel that you want out of a great restoration. We got rid of the chrome and went with this matte gray finish on the rims, which turned out really cool. That gives you an idea what it looked like. The undercarriage was properly coated. Rebuilding the interior of a vehicle is one of my favorite parts. The dashboard, roof lining, carpeting, door panels, sound systems, everything was ripped out and replaced. The dash pad was redone. The center console refurbished. Was ready. All of the exterior trimmings were replaced. The winch was removed to take in the bumper, and everything else, like indicator lights, wing mirrors, door handles, all these chrome parts. Emblems, everything was replaced. That light, brake light on the top is custom edition that we did. The rear bumper was in good shape, so we just polished it up and left it as it is. You can tell how clean the lines were on this vehicle and how clean the body was, because they really showed up nicely once it was repainted. Even things like the antenna is OEM. The small little covers for the wipers. All of these are OEM parts. The grille, again we matched it with the color of the body to make it look less dated. Got rid of the chrome. This is a vehicle you can use as a daily driver, but it's most enjoyable when cruising on a long stretch of road. So highways, going on a road trip. Of course, that plus its off-road capability is unmatched. So I don't think any modern SUV can match up to the off-road capabilities of these vintage cruisers, especially something like the 60 or the 80 series. Suspension was kept stock. We just replaced the springs. Some of them had become too old and sagged, didn't have enough spring left in them, and a few were broken, so we just replaced those and refurbished the entire suspension. The shocks were changed, the bushes were changed, everything else was replaced. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thank you for subscribing to this channel and for liking the videos. Take care. Bye bye.